Hey guys, Eric Kyle, your publisher, Great Lakes Scuttlebutt Magazine, and I'm excited to be down at the Chicago Boat Show right here in McCormick Place, downtown Chicago. And I love this show. Every winter gets to kick off the whole boat show season in Chicago. Hey, so while I'm here, I'm kind of wandering around. I'm looking for some fun and exciting new products to report to you guys on, and I found something that everybody's going to love, especially if you're a Great Lakes boater. I'm here with Tom Anderson with Burnewiin. Tom, how are you, brother?
I'm well. How are you this morning, Eric?
I'm great. You know, you blew my mind when you were telling me about some of these products. We need this big time. What's Burnewiin? What are you guys doing here?
So Burnewiin is, we're a Pacific Northwest company. We're new here in the Great Lakes area. I grew up in this area and I'm really passionate about boating on the Great Lakes. So we're happy to be here. So we make a line of marine accessories based on a patented gunnel mount. We make mounts for flat surfaces and vertical surfaces and rail mounts. And all those mounts are designed to accept a variety of marine accessories for both fishing and cruising. So here we're standing in our kind of fishing display. One of the things people really like about our product is they can take a downrigger of any sort, mount it in our base, and go fishing. And when they're done using that downrigger, they can pull it out and have a really nice, clean looking mount that they can use for other things.
That is awesome. And that's not an insert, that's an actual mount that you put inside of your boat.
Correct. Oftentimes people will replace a factory 30-degree flush mount rod holder with our indexed mounts.
Okay.
Particularly here in the Great Lakes, it's a very similar boating environment to the Pacific Northwest. So we all want to do everything on our boats. You know, I fish a lot, but quite frankly, a lot of days I'm not fishing on my boat. We're hanging out and cruising or cocktailing or barbecuing.
Right.
So we manufacture our own range of pretty innovative rod holders. They all have triggers for adjusting the vertical position. They can all, in the same mounts, adjust to full 360 degrees rotation.
Nice.
So we have essentially a spinning rod holder. We have what we call a round reel or a top reel traditional rod holder, which is really popular in the salmon fishery in the Northwest and I think would be great here. And then we also make a quick release clamshell rod holder that's pretty innovative. It's a adjustable vertical. And for a lot of people, they like to be able to crank a fish up in the rod holder, and this will handle that.
Yeah.
This is a composite rod holder that's built real stout. On the West Coast, we use it for about every species there is: tuna, halibut, salmon. I mostly salmon fish.
Yeah.
But people can either crank the fish up in this rod holder, or they can simply swipe up and lift it directly up out of the rod holder.
You know, and this is really sturdy. This isn't like kind of a cheap plastic type thing. This is very sturdy. I mean,
it
if
is.
it's going to hold this downrigger inside of one of those things, it's got to have some meat to it.
Absolutely, yeah. We also, and this is kind of a crossover product between fishing and cruising, we make our own line of knives.
Okay.
All of our knives come with an integrated sheath that protects the blade. If this happens to be dropped on the floor and somebody steps on it, it won't break. But our knives all work with all of our mounts. So they go in there and will pivot, won't come out. And they have a dive knife style release here that you can just grab, pull the knife out. So this is our fillet knife, which is probably our most common knife. And we make two other knives as well, we'll see over there.
So for fishing, this is absolutely perfect for my boat, and I've got a small center console, so I can basically put this anywhere I've currently got the existing holes.
Correct.
I can make new holes for my boat as
Absolutely.
well. So my kids like to paddleboard, wakeboard, do all that kind of fun stuff.
Yep.
Do you have products that'll help me with that as well?
Absolutely.
All right, let's check it out. Aha.
So what we wanted to do, Eric, was we want to provide ultimate versatility on a boat. But we understand that we don't want to lock people into feeling like if they put our mounts on the boat, they had to only buy our accessories.
Right.
So we partner with a number of different companies. This is one of them. There's a company out of Florida called Manta Racks.
Yeah, I've heard of those guys.
Okay, and they make, this is their SUP carrier for two SUPs or surfboards.
Sure.
They make a single-sided SUP carrier and they make a kayak carrier. All of those can go onto our downrigger adapter directly. And then if you want to carry SUPs on your boat, you would need two of these, of course, but they come in pairs.
Yep.
Snaps into our mount, and so instead of a downrigger, now you're carrying your SUPs. The next day, if you're doing something else, we'll see later, you can put your barbecue there.
Well, yeah, and I have a whole midship, and I've got another one towards the transom, so I can simply put
Absolutely.
poles in there.
Yep.
And then flush mount it directly to the side of my boat and be able to put myself right in there.
Absolutely. And you said you had a 23-foot center console?
Correct.
So those typically will have two 30-degree rod holders from the factory.
Right.
If you don't really make use of those, you pull them out, put our mounts in place, and then you can run all these different products.
And I like this because we have some people who are aged that we take boating, and this is a really nice thing to be able to get on and off the boat with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what this is for. Yeah. This is right now a semi-custom product, but here again, that works in our gunnel mounts, and you can feel that's a pretty substantial piece of gear.
Oh yeah, very much so. Getting in and on and off the boat, that's going to work perfectly.
Absolutely.
Now, we do a lot of entertaining on our boat as well. So when we're doing fishing, we like to take care of all the fish right there on the boat, and we also like to have an area that we can kind of use as like a kitchenette area.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love over here. Show me what we got.
Yeah, so the next day you're out cruising with friends and family, right?
Right.
You got to get rid of all that fishing gear, and here you go. So this is probably what you're talking about right here.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So this is kind of our sort of cruising section, and oddly enough, one of the more popular of our products is these fender cleats. So these fender cleats stay with the fender. When you get to the dock, you know, it's usually a scramble, and you have to like tell people to get the fenders out. They can just pop this in any available location. They can quickly adjust the height. They don't need to know how to tie a knot, right?
This is a marriage saver right here.
Absolutely.
Honey, get on the bow, get that line, hurry up, get that cleat out there. If you can just pop it in and out,
Absolutely.
so much easier.
Your wife will never have to yell at you again because you don't know how to tie knots.
Right. I love it.
Here's another one of our knives. This is what we call the offshore knife.
Okay.
And a lot of people will run one of our knives maybe up towards the bow.
Sure.
So there's always a knife there in case you need to do an emergency anchor rope cut or something.
Sure.
But most people run them right here on our table.
Okay.
So we manufacture different size tables, and this happens to be the small one. And oddly enough, the 42-incher is a little bit more popular than this, but some people will run these with the barbecue up there. So
that is so slick.
we don't make barbecues, Eric. This is a Magma kettle grill. It's probably one of the more popular grills.
Yep.
This grill threads directly into our offset arm.
Okay.
So this is a heavy cast stainless offset arm. It gets you 6 inches out over the gunnel. You can run it either on the gunnel or up here on our table. So this is a real popular sort of cooking setup. Barbecue, the propane canister hangs here.
Yep.
Prep area, a knife. It's a nice option.
Pull the fish out of the water, you put it right there, you fillet it up, you throw it on the grill, and in 10 minutes, fresh one.
You certainly can, absolutely.
Or perch, or whatever you're catching.
Yeah.
I like it.
Our tables, it's interesting. So we make these so that one person can easily install or take them off or relocate them.
Okay.
So the way we do that is our bases all have pivots. So you can come to this side, operate this mount, and lift it. So one person can do it, right?
Okay, so you don't have to have one guy holding the joints open and the other one pulling it up.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. So you're really thinking well there. And this again, very sturdy.
Yep.
You don't have to. You can have this on the boat while you're underway at speed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And actually, we fish off this quite a bit on the West Coast. We'll run this on the transom.
Okay.
And we'll run rod holders here, which gets your rods up and high, flying out over your outboards.
Oh, nice.
So like here in the Great Lakes, if you run a couple high flat lines out the back, you can do that here and get your spread this way. And
then you can put your other fishing poles out on the sides
Absolutely.
of the transom, and then you can even run your downriggers all the way out, and you have 6 lines all going at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bringing in 6 fish all at once. I love these products. Now tell me if I can't make it, Tom, down to the Chicago Boat Show. We're going to find out more information about Burnewiin and be able to actually buy the product online.
Yep. You can buy direct from our website. That's Burnewiin.com. That's an interesting name. It's easily Googleable as long as you remember how to spell it. And that's Burnewiin. So yes, there's 2 I's towards the end.
Got it. Well, I thank you very much for the information. It's definitely something I'm going to try out myself. Good luck here at the show.
Great. Thanks much, Eric.
Pleasure
nice to meet you.
Burnewiin.com, guys. That's where you want to go. Find out more information about a great lineup of outdoor products for your boat. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you out on the water.
Bye now.